Activities with names. Look at your family tree and then pick a person. There's a few different ways to do this. You can have each child or each person pick a different person in the family. Everyone can work on the same person, or you can team up and have different groups working on different names or the same name. Okay, the first idea is very simple, to write the person's name by just clipping letters from boxes, magazines, wrappers, newspapers, wherever you can find them. And I did find on most packages that they use uppercase in many instances. It was actually kind of hard to find lowercase letters. For the other activity suggestions, you might want to use a tool called the snipping tool. The following video will show you how to use this tool. There are many other ways to crop and edit pictures, so please use what you are comfortable with. I'm going to show you a tool called the snipping tool. And you just come over here, click on this Windows button, and type in snipping tool. You don't even have to type in the whole thing. This comes up, and then you have this tool. So if you want to take a part of a picture, so I have this picture up, you would just say new, and you just go over it, and there I have an X. So I've created that letter. So I'm going to move this over here. This is in photos. And so if I want to do, I'm going to make a little change. I'm just going to zoom in, and I'm going to come over here to this part of the fence, and I'm saying new, and I can just snip out this part and I have a T. Or I can just say new, and I can do this and I have an I, or if I turn it I have an H. And if you want to save these, you can just say file, save as, and you tell it where to save it as. So I want to show you another picture. So let me put this one down. So this one could be a T, this tree. And you might want to make so that it's not quite so big, so you can just take that part of it and make your T using the snipping tool. Okay, let's do another one. So here I have a fence, and I have an A here. If you can see that, I could get a Z from this. I also have an A up here, and if I want to do this one, I also have, let's do the snipping tool. So if I do this right here, I have an E. New, this one would be a little bit harder, but that might be an A or the Z. And I'm going to move my snipping tool over here, and I can flip this. So I have this, and now I can say new, and then I could take that for my A. So this little snipping tool is really handy in using this for this activity. You don't have to take exactly the picture that you want. You can take a picture, an overall picture, and then clip it out. And as I'm going to turn this a little bit more, so I'm going to say new, and I see that I have an X there. So just from one picture you could get quite a few different letters. And here's one that I saw, and I thought would make a good C. So use my snipping tool and say new, and I can just snip that part of it, and I can make that a C, or I can maybe make it a little bit longer and maybe make it a D, the letter D. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show you, is how to use that snipping tool in this activity. The following ideas, I used my father and mother's names, Sydney and Edith. So the second idea is to find letters in an old document and use the clipping tool to write their name. This was created using letters from one page of the 1930 census. This can help us all become more familiar with older documents, especially if written in cursive. You might want to pick a typed document the first time you do this. The third idea is to find the person's name on documents. Use the Sources tool in Family Search to find documents with their names on it. Here are examples of my father's name on different records. As you can see, he went by Aaron and Sydney. We could always tell when it was a family or childhood friend because he was called by Aaron. As he got older, he went by Sydney. The fourth idea is to create a person's name by using objects and create letters. In these two examples, one was just used with firewood and the other one was leaves. There's a lot of different ideas. You can use pretzels, you could use Play-Doh, Legos, different toys. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. And this is not too terribly hard to create letters using objects. The fifth idea is to take pictures of letters you find in objects. This takes more time and is harder than just creating the letters yourself, as in the previous slides. The last idea is very similar to the previous one, but it's even a little bit harder. This takes pictures with a theme. This picture was done using fabric and quilts. Can you guess the letters from the following snippets taken from photos? Here's the answers. See how well you did. Have fun with names.